verification results, there will be a reference point in the annals of history of the Commission, the region at large, and this committee. Because of the investigative nature of the House resolution, the past weeks have been spent on working tirelessly on gathering the necessary data and analyzing same from so many of our statutory organizations, and we have to thank them for their cooperation. I mean the CBN, the Accountant General, the Bureau of Public Procurement, and the Auditor General. We are very grateful for your cooperation. Thank you very much. We are aware of the sensitivity of this matter and how, if not well managed, might tend to degrade, incriminate, or defame the person or persons involved, and have therefore been painstaking in approach. In the course of going through the submissions by various government organizations, especially the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Accountant General of the Federation, the total sum that has been expended between January to May 5th, 2020 is 81.5 billion naira by the expanded interim management committee. And the breakdown as follows: community relations, 1.3 billion naira; condolences, 122.9 million; consultancy, 83 million; COVID-19, 3.14 billion; DTAs, 486 million naira; impress, 790.9 million; Lassa fever payment, 1.956 billion; legal services, 900 million; maintenance, 220 million; overseas travel, 85.6 million; project public communication, 1.121 billion naira; security, 744 million; staffing related payment, 20.9 million; stakeholders engagement from February 18 to May 2020, 248 million. Total amount spent by the IMC, according to our record, 81.5 billion. It's important. Please note, the House has not condemned anyone, else there won't be the need for investigation as directed. We are not hypercritical or condemnatory, but open without prejudice. We enjoin everyone to give this committee the maximum cooperation, as the impact of this shall be far-reaching in results. Before I end up, today, we're supposed to have the executive management of the interim management committee, but they brought a letter this morning. Sorry, can I get a copy of the letter? My file. They brought a letter.
Continues to score exceptionally low on many of the major human development indices. These statistics reflect the reality of disease and deprivation, lack of opportunity, and broken dreams that is the plight of many of our fellow citizens in the region. It is therefore particularly disturbing and, quite frankly, embarrassing that every other news report about the Niger Delta Development Commission seems to center around escalating allegations of corruption and malfeasance. Our purpose today, and over the course of this investigative hearing, is to ask why this failure persists, and to do so with the determination to understand the causes of that failure, so that we can act to redeem the Niger Delta Development Commission and remove those factors that imperil the Commission's noble mission. We will examine the allegations of corruption and malfeasance that have dogged the Commission, and we will do so with neither fear nor favor, confident in the assurance that we have both a constitutional duty and moral obligation to ensure that the enormous sums of money appropriated to the Nddc over the years are appropriately accounted for by those whose responsibility it has been to manage this important and all too essential public trust. The success of this present assignment will depend in no small extent on the willingness of the various stakeholders in the Commission, within government, and in the local communities to cooperate with the committee by providing material evidence in the form of documents or witness testimony. I encourage all the stakeholders to consider this investigative hearing as a last-ditch effort to save the Niger Delta Development Commission and to engage with this committee in a patriotic partnership to break the jinx of underdevelopment in the Niger Delta region. Mr. Chairman, honorable colleagues, as you take on this responsibility of this critical national assignment, the eyes of a nation are upon you, and the reputation of this ninth house is in your hands. I am confident of your ability to meet the high expectations we have of you, and I assure you of the steadfast support of the House of Representatives. I wish you fruitful deliberations as I declare this investigative hearing open to the glory of God and in service of the Nigerian people. Thank you all for your presence here this morning. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, I know you are eager to leave. We will allow you go.
Mr. Speaker, your being with us today does not surprise any of us. We know your interest in the Niger Delta. We know your interest in the Nigeria project. So, we are indebted to you. And the only way we can pay the leadership of this House is to ensure that the right thing is done. On that note, from the bottom of our heart, on the leadership of the House, of this committee, we want to sincerely thank you, Mr. Speaker, for finding time to be with us today. And we promise you that the needful will be done, regardless of who is involved in this investigation. On that note, we want to pray that as you go on your assignment today, we pray that the good Lord will protect you, will guide you.